haven't been able to do anything the last few days. It's just been too hot. No metal detecting anything. But it's 6 p.m. now. I'm going to get in the river for about 2 hours and have a right good swim about. I'm going to be on the trail of those elusive old bottles and relics, have a proper good swim, see what I can find. I'll come onto the island again, where I was the other day, where I got the onion bottles. Just gonna, a lot of people here. But I'm gonna get in, hope Buster doesn't bark too much. It's really nice here today. In that garden just over there, there's a wedding going on. And there's people in the water, and I've been in the water. Let's get in. We've got Bubba in just in this shallow bit, because he does bark if I leave him on the side. Leave this phone on the side a minute here. Right, I'm going to go for it now. Well guys, I've been struggling because I've literally been in there with Buster under my arm. I found my first really nice complete old bottle. Not sure exactly what it is, but it's complete and it's stoneware. So I'm really happy with that. Buster's just being a little nuisance, aren't you, mate? Music at the mill with the wedding. The wedding's just over there. And this is what I'm trying to get my eye in with. We picked a lot of this clean the other day though, this area, but we'll get plenty out of this whole catchment basement. We're going to do it over the next coming weeks with the sunshine and the snorkels and all the proper gear. And I might have to get a dog minder for Buster. I'll come on the back of the mill house, the mill wheel's in them gates. I'm going to have a walk down there, and I've got a big stick that Badger's give me, and he's going to look after Buster for a bit. Looks really shallow there. There's the mill wheel there, look. And this goes for a good 100 metres or something down that way. Just going to see what the light's like for looking in this water. Doesn't seem too bad. Right, let's see if we can get my iron viewers. Well, I've just been in there and I was going to walk this way, but that's the way the water's flowing, so when I disturb the mud there, it just flows in front of me. So I'm going to go over there and walk upstream. Water's running a bit faster here and it's a bit deep in parts, but you can still see the bottom. I'm going to go around there and start down the bottom end. The only problem with getting down on some parts of riverbanks is access. I'm going to have to leave my phone on the bridge there right next to that bale of wire. Somehow get down onto that and reach up for my phone. And then we're going to... And then I'm going to walk up there against the current 3, 4, 5 foot deep in places. Well, that was awkward, I can tell you viewers. Look, I'm just on the side now, I had to hang off it. I've got a good starting space now under this bridge. I'm going to work my way upstream. This phone ain't fully waterproof. I'll have to keep chucking it out on the bank if I want to reach in deep and hope that I don't slip. Well, bless my soul if my first find ain't the sole of a wooden shoe. Maybe from the 70s or something, who knows. I just borrowed me a pair of his polarised sunglasses, but with this fading evening light I'm finding that I don't need them. This could be stone, it could actually just be a modern can, but you've got to investigate. Yeah, just a modern can. Could have been stoneware if you're lucky. This is my favourite pastime. I favour this more than metal detecting or bottle digging. Looking in rivers for old bottles and relics and anything man-made that can be dragged out of a river, from a gas mask to a bugle, because I've found both of those in the past too, and a complete clay pipe. I'm going to get myself a collapsible kayak and I'm going to start doing a lot of it locally this summer. Just going in rivers a bit like aquachigger. Well, this next shoe find, or should I say boot, is much more interesting. Honestly, what we've just been saying about anything man-made. This old wooden soled boot, possibly steel toe capped, with the hobnails on the bottom, is a good 100 years old, kids. And for me, I've literally just nailed it just before I pulled that out. Anything man-made, getting out of rivers, it's such a joy. That's a find for me, that I really enjoy it. Nobody's had any use for that for about 100 years maybe. Wooden soled, hobnailed boot. Well, that proves the concept. There are bottles in here. I've just pulled that one out. It stood out on the bottom really well. Well, it's just not very old really. Probably about 50 years old, if that. Some of these things that stand out on the bottom 3 or 4 foot down, you ain't got a clue what they are till you literally pull it out. That's the jawbone. I'm just guessing off a cattle or something. Cool. Well, continuing on the shoe theme, that's 3 of them now. I think that's a nasty cyclist shoe. So that's 1 cyclist shoe down at least. Gotta be a bonus on it, kids. It's a bit deep with some holes and stuff. I just got another big cattle bone. And I'll have to go back over there for my boot. It's quite a bit deeper here. Current strong. Can't really see a lot in this light, but hopefully it'll improve in a minute. Some fishing line trapped there. Don't know whether to see if I can pull it in. See if there's anything on the end of it or not. Another base of a very, very old bottle. If I hold it that way, you get an idea of its shape. That was possibly another onion bottle. So that's 3 of them we've found parts of. Well, I might have only found an old boot and a few bits and bobs, viewers, but it's been awesome. I love it, and we're going to get in proper with all the right gear soon. I might even buy an inflatable kayak. Well, viewers, fortunate enough again to be kicking back with Badger and Lucy, and you're trying out your first
time cooking outside on wood.
Cooking outside on wood in preparation for doing this full time in the future. They're going to be living the simple life in the country one of these days, and that's how it's done. Cheers, Badger. Cheers, Lucy.
Cheers.
Cheers, Steve.
So we're having asparagus, mushrooms, onions, and Lucy's son Aaron grew these potatoes in school. So shout out to Aaron. We're gonna cook all that on the open fire with some lovely steak. I've just been saying to Badger and Lucy, the only thing I've had all day is a fancy salad at that pub place I was at earlier. So I've had one fancy salad and I've been mooching in the river. So I'm the ideal candidate for them to test their first go on this outdoor cooking job, because I'm going to eat anything, can't I? And if I don't, Buster will. But Buster's really tired. He's really tired, but I've got a feeling he'll wake up a little bit when the steak's ready. He will. And we're having a lovely evening, aren't we? How are you finding your first go at this outdoor cooking, Lucy?
I'm getting there, slowly.
Yeah, and it's no rush, because we're having a lovely evening and we've got plenty of beer.
Plenty of beer, which reminds me.
Exactly.
I need another one.
Yeah, I'll have one, please, Badgie, mate. Badgie the barman. Yeah, Bunt, have your bottle, mate. Have your bottle. He's spoiling it, viewers. Normally he opens them bottles himself and he downs them in one.
Ready?
There's another steak going on the barbie, kids. I can smell it from here. It smells lovely.
God knows what you'll end up with.
Nearly ready with the well done steak, the garlic, the mushrooms, the flat potato, chippy, crisp things, and the asparagus. You've got to not look back in anger and just give thanks for each and every day, kids.
Why do they do that? It's so annoying.
Nah.
Badger.
Hey, food. Never mind, Jude, here's the food, kids. I've got to say, Badger and especially Lucy I've done a stunning job of these steaks and that, cooking it outside for their first time.
And it's 10:30 at night.
And there's,
Very nice.
it's just marvellous. It's absolutely marvellous.
I'm not great on presentation.
Just had to come for a wee with the old dodgy prostate, but Lucy and Badger's efforts tonight there for the first time outside cooking on wood, which is something they want to pursue in the future going forward. That steak and the Stilton is beautiful. Buster's blotting his copybook. He's just been licking the pans clean. And
Don't have that one.
He doesn't know yet, but we've got him some nice fat off the steak for afters. Look, we look after our dogs at the mill, don't we, Badger?
We do. We have to.
Lucy,
Grace
Yes.
is around somewhere.
God bless you. That was beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Me and Buster certainly did.
Here is another.
Badger's all wet. Why is Badger soaking wet?
Because Bunty's soaking wet.
Buster just decided he was bored of listening to his dad, and he stepped off the side straight into the river. So if you only tune in to watch my videos of Buster, massive thumbs up to Badger because he just jumped straight in the river. God bless you, Badger, mate. God bless you. Big hug from Rachel there, I think, for saving her son. Thank God I've got you back, Buster. Your mum would never forgive me. Reunited you with your sister, mate. Reunited you with your little sister who loves you dearly. We all love you dearly, Bunty. We all love you dearly, mate. Thank God you're still with us. That was 2 days ago when we nearly lost Buster in the canal. Sorry, the river. And I felt like Egypt when that happened. He's a loving link to my lost wife. They were together for 11 years before I came into their lives, and I'm Buster's custodian. I'm hands-on down here on earth while Rachel looks after him from above, and it's a good job she did, because he slipped my eyesight for like 1 second. It was dark, and luckily Badger seen him step off the side straight into the pitch black water about 5 foot deep, 20 foot away from a sluice gate, a small sluice gate that would have sucked him in and spat him out into the river at midnight, never to be seen again. It took me 2 days to upload this video because it took me 2 days to calm down and get over the shock. I normally have him on a long lead, but on that terrace his extendable lead gets tangled up, so I sometimes let him off, but from now on he'll still go up and enjoy the terrace, but he'll always be on his short lead, and he won't be able to get tangled up, and he won't be in any danger. So I would just like to mention something about Badger, who jumped in. Badger jumped into the river at midnight in the dark in at least 5 foot of moving water. He can't swim, and tragically Badger's wife Lucy, the lovely Lucy, who looks after me so well at the mill, Lucy lost her son to a tragic unresolved drowning incident. There was never any redress, and Lucy just basically lost her son in tragic circumstances in a drowning, and if my memory serves me correct, that was at night as well. So I'm going to put a link that links in with Lucy's son Sean into the comments. I'll pin it as the pinned comment, and the link for Sean directs people to a charity that helps prevent drowning. So if any of my viewers have got a spare fiver or anything and love seeing Buster in my videos, and would personally like to thank Badger and Lucy for saving Buster basically, then please feel free to hit the link on the pinned comment and donate in Sean's memory to help prevent drowning. Thank you, viewers. God bless you all. All stay safe. In England at the minute, in Britain, the weather's very hot. Lots of people are going to be milling about by rivers. Unfortunately, it happens every year, rivers and seas, when it's hot. We do lose people. And also, I was reading about a lot of the plants that grow on the British riverbanks. Be careful climbing in and out of rivers. Some of those plants, if you do your research, are just as deadly as swift flowing deep waters. So be careful of the plants, and you be very careful of the water. Alright guys, God bless Badger and Lucy and Sean.